Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, hi. Hello, hi. How's it going? What's up? What's happening? What's the haps? What's the 411 where you are? Hello, I'm back again to terrorize you with 4 high-protein cottage cheese recipes that taste great and keep you full. I don't know what the cottage cheese thing is right now, like why she's having such a moment. I do have to be honest that I do enjoy having some cottage cheese with some granola. It is something I eat sometimes. But I've seen some people do some like truly, what's the word I'm looking for? Innovative. I've seen some people do some truly innovative things with cottage cheese. Oh my gosh, Marsha's crazy is here. Marsha, look at the Twitch schedule for you. Somebody from the chat did this update just for you. They said, I'm specifically going to edit all these squirrels in just for Marsha. So, there you go, bestie. There you go. There you go. So anyways, yeah, so cottage cheese, she's having a moment. I think there's a lot of like TikTok things happening with the old cottage cheese. And for me specifically, where I've seen a lot of cottage cheese, I should have pulled up some examples of the things that old Rosie just makes with cottage cheese. Y'all follow Rosie on the YouTubies? Well, there she is right there. We're not going to watch that video, but old quirky love Rosie, she's making some cottage cheese things. She's putting cottage cheese in things, on things, with things. I don't even know a good example. Like what I'm clearly watching all of her videos by the way. At this point, it's very clear. There was just one that was like, well, I don't know, on her Instagram story recently, she literally had a tub of cottage cheese and she was eating from it, but she was like, "Oh, this is my homemade cottage." Well, did she say it was cottage cheese in it? Maybe I was just thinking it was because it was in a cottage cheese container. But she said it was a homemade pizza soup. And then she put low-carb tortillas in it and said that it was like noodles. What's the troll ratio with Rosie? I don't think she's really trolling. I just think she has some unique food interest, to be honest with you. I think she just has some very particular things. She seemingly has been very successful at weight loss. She's currently working with like a nutrition coach.
Marsha, did you see the squirrel?
Little Mommy Tori. Is that Little Mommy Salami? Did you change your name? Anyways, thanks so much for a full year of subscribing with Prime. Appreciate it. So anyways, lots of cottage cheese happening with Rosie as well. But anyways, y'all remember Mama Mel? We watched Mama Mel make something. What was it that Mama Mel was making a lot of? She was doing some dump and go crock pot dinners, I think. And so some of y'all have continued following old Mama Mel. And y'all put me on to Mama Mel's cottage cheese recipes. And said that this would be a great video for us to watch together. I didn't realize it was 23 minutes. So we probably really truly do need to get started. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. I need to see the amazing, innovative things that Mama Mel is doing with cottage cheese over here, okay? I'm so scared of cottage cheese. Shay, I know, and this is for you. I'm sure this will make you less scared of cottage cheese as a concept. I can feel it. I can feel it. So, Twitch, are you ready? If you're ready to watch Mama Mel, put some 69s in the chat. That was annoying. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait for the cottage cheese recipes.
69.
Olivia McLean, 123. Thanks so much for your second month of subscribing at tier 1. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Love, love, love my cream of wheat.
My favorite cottage cheese hack is adding 2 tablespoons of wink to my weenie and 8 grams of pootie on the tooter.
Weenie winker pootie tutor. Thanks for the 100 bits. My chat is just not real. It is just, y'all are not real. This is not a real thing. Gonna be honest, I'd rather pass away than have to eat cottage cheese. That feels extreme. That feels really extreme. Okay, well, anyways, I guess let's get to, shall we?
What is up with cottage cheese everywhere we're looking now, friends?
Mood. I love how she starts off with the same questions that we have.
It's been hanging around in the shadows of your mama's fridge for years. The only thing I used to hear about it...
What is that? What is that? What is that? It's been hanging in the shadows of my mama's fridge.
People loved it or hated it. It's always been high protein
How
and
is
low
there...
sugar, making it a weight loss staple. But
what
thanks
is...
to so many people eating keto and carb-friendly diets...
Now what is this? What in the crockpot dump and go hell is this?
I've come across some really ingenious things to make.
This is what I'm most intrigued about, because what part of this is cottage cheese? Where's the cottage cheese here?
With cottage cheese. You won't believe what all we're going to do with it today. It might change your mind about cottage cheese. And friends, we don't have a Jell-O salad in sight.
Now who said anything about Jell-O? Do people put cottage cheese in Jell-O salad? Mel does seem so friendly, though. She did actually, the one time we reacted to her, she did come and comment on the video, and she was so nice. She was so sweet. And she definitely does give, like...
cream of wheat.
What do you know about being kept full, Mima? What are you talking about, squirt glazed chicken? Mama Mel was such a good sport the last time we reacted, and she was so sweet. And she does give the vibes of, like, she would be... great at giving a hug, you know?
Starting with Doritos dip. And Doritos is not actually in this dip.
Okay.
But it is supposed to be the best thing to eat this dip with. Have a little...
I love how also she posited this video as being like about health and being able to eat healthier with cottage cheese. And she's like, the best thing to eat this with is Doritos. Work, mama. Yes. Doritos, epitome of health.
A little bit of chopping to do. Not much. I'm going to use 1 green onion. And I'll probably just use half of this Roma tomato and half of this avocado.
Work.
I'm actually only making 1/4 of this recipe because I'm going to be the only one that eats it. Nobody else here at my house will probably touch it. And I don't need to founder myself on it. We're starting.
Maybe for good reason that nobody else in your house will want to touch this. Also, let me turn on the captions for her. Sorry about that. What does it mean to not want to founder yourself on it? What is that? Is that like Southern slang that I don't know? Jell-O salad is powdered Jell-O, cottage cheese, Cool Whip, and pineapple. I've had like a Jell-O salad before, and I don't remember there being cottage cheese in it. I really don't. Not once, not never. I'll be real, she must be from a different South than me, because I've never heard that. Girl, I don't know. Maybe she misspoke.
Starting with 6 or 8 ounces of our cottage cheese. And I did use the Good Culture cottage cheese because I liked the curd of it. It was very, very small. We're going to slide in.
What do you know about liking a small curd?
Our diced tomato, which I also tried to cut up very small. And our diced avocado, which I tried to cut up pretty small. And I had 1 good-sized green onion. Let's add that in. About a 1/4 cup of whole kernel corn.
Okay.
About 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic.
Not she founder me till I curd. Google says foundered means to make yourself sick by overeating. I mean, I guess I could figure that out from context of what she said. That makes sense.
Garlic powder. I didn't feel like that's enough. I went ahead and put in a 4. Now let's give it a little salt and pepper to taste. Now we're just gonna fold all of this in together. I came across this recipe a really long time ago, and I didn't even know this was cottage cheese in it just by looking at the picture. Like all good.
I can tell that it's cottage cheese just by looking at this picture.
Love my cream of wheat.
Disrespectful piece of shit. Thanks so much for 2 months of subscribing. Appreciate it. Shay, how is this helping with your exposure therapy to cottage cheese? Is it making you hungry? Are you a little hungry?
Dips. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours and let all these flavors come together. Then we'll try it out. Okie dokie. You don't have to eat this with Doritos. Whoops.
Oops.
I broke it. I'm trying to get everything. You don't have to eat this with Doritos. You could use plain tortilla chips or pita chips or whatever, but it's highly recommended with Doritos.
Sure.
That's really good. Super cold and fresh. I like the green onion in it. Plus, I really miss Doritos.
This was cool and
well, girl, you could have Doritos without eating cottage cheese. Just to be clear. Looks like a Chipotle bowl if you squint. Maybe if you barely have your eyes open and plug your nose. Honestly, I'd try it. Honestly, I would eat it. With Doritos, specifically.
refreshing, and it had lots of really bright, fresh flavors in it. I think it would be great to put this in lettuce boats, and I really think this would be good as a side dish with pinto beans and cornbread too. But that's just me. If you're not a super fan of cottage cheese, this one may not be for you, but hang on, we've got some others that might change your mind.
If I'm not a super fan of cottage cheese, why the fuck am I here? Like, to be honest with you. Like, to be honest, I don't imagine if I'm somebody who doesn't like cottage cheese that I would be clicking on this video. Just so we're all on the same page.
This is the little trend that started it all for me.
Wheat.
I definitely prefer to scoop it with tortilla chips because my weenie winks so bad when my pooty toot gets inflamed.
Love my cream of wheat.
At least she's not mixing it with mustard and eating it with raw Brussels sprouts.
Y'all are fucking killing me. Weenie Winker, thanks for the 100 bits, and Jamie, thanks for the bits as well. You're gonna break me. You're gonna break me. First time catching a stream. I'm so excited to be here. What did I just walk in on? Girl, just your average day in a Zachary Mike stream, honestly. It's just, you know, this is pretty par for the course. It can't be explained. It just is what it is. All right, she's getting ready to explain the little trend that started all the cottage cheese off for her.
I'm going to make the most intriguing cottage cheese recipe I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
We're going to make some flatbreads out of cottage cheese.
Me and Maddie are going to make these, and my oven is probably going to cycle on while we're doing it, so if you hear anything weird, that's what it is. You start by just plopping out probably a cup of cottage cheese. Well, it don't matter how much it is, really. But you definitely want your baking sheet lined with parchment paper.
Cream of wheat.
If you don't like cottage cheese, it's probably because you haven't tried the right one. I personally prefer Blake's. His had a good amount of chunky curds. If you know, you know.
What? Loaded T-Squirt, what kind of dark-sided ass message was that? What kind of dark-sided message? I do not like it. I rebuke you in the name of the Lord. I rebuke it. I rebuke it. Somebody asked who's Maddie. I have no idea. I'm guessing a child or grandchild or something like that. It doesn't seem like she's really in the video outside of her hand doing something, so I'm not particularly pressed about her presence. If you watched movies with us, you'd know. Girl, you think I got the time?
Then you're going to spread, you need more cottage cheese. Then you're going to spread your cottage cheese out just as thin as you can get it. Now, if you don't like the texture of cottage cheese, you can blend this before you put it out here. One of the ladies I seen make this, she actually had like a little NutriBullet mixer. She put a cup of cottage cheese and 2 eggs, and she blended it to smithereens and just poured it out, and it covered pretty much this whole little size pan. But
I do know that people are in the blending cottage cheese world right now. I don't quite oops, I didn't mean to click anything there. I don't quite understand it. I don't quite understand it, because surely there is something that is already blended cottage cheese, right? Like that is probably a cheese product somewhere. Is that just milk? I don't know.
But I don't have a NutriBullet. I had a really nice Pampered Chef Vitamix kind of mixer, but I knew I would never use it, so I gave it to Callie. Okie doke, we've got our cottage cheese all spread out now.
I'm not gonna lie, this seems dark-sided, and I kind of just want to say, like, just buy a low-carb tortilla. I guess unless the goal is to get, like, a protein tortilla. Nobody show this to Rosie. Actually, somebody show this to Rosie. So I feel like this is a recipe Rosie would like. Actually, I'll just DM it to her.
I like to spread for chunky cheese as well. I will never not spread cheese in a thin layer for my body.
Y'all are weird. Why are y'all saying all of this? Beef Piss Flat 69. Thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate it.
We started out with a cup, but then we just went hog wild and we just spread the entire little sheet pan full, really. Maddie's.
I'm always going hog wild till I goon with my curd or whatever y'all are saying. What do the kids say these days? Going hog wild till I goon with my curd.
Is the Mayfield's cottage cheese. It looks nice and thick. Mine was a little bit runnier. Over here, I used the Friendly Farms, which is Aldi. Now, I am going to season these exactly the same. I'm going to use Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and if you want it...
Oh my God. Posif doodle doo. Posif marine doodle doo. Hey, come here. What has got you so worked up? Sit. You are being so silly. Oh my God. We're gooning with our curd over here and you're losing your mind. You okay? What's wrong? Hey, come here. I can't imagine your dad has you this worked up. No, sit. Sit. That Prozac's really working out well. that Prozac is really doing its job, huh, buddy? You okay? You okay? Can I just go see what's going on? Who's there? Nobody's here. It's just us. It's alright. It's okay, bud. Nobody else is here. It's just me, you, and your dad. It's just us. It's just us. It's just us. It's okay. It's alright. You're okay.
Love my cream of wheat.
Now a quick word from our sponsor. Big big weenie weenie winker winker pooty pooty tutor.
Oh my gosh, buddy. Buddy, your dad is just on the phone. He's just on the phone. He's just on the phone, bud. He's just on the phone. Sometimes we gotta take phone calls. Sometimes we take phone calls and it's people that are not here. See, the thing is that sometimes when we answer our phone, it's the, it's like the buzzer for our building. And so he thinks that somebody's gonna come up into our house. A stranger will be here. And, yeah. You okay? You okay, sweet angel? It's okay. It's alright. You're fine.
Love my cream wheat.
7 would like Poe to know she's got his back.
Oh, good. Thanks so much, Shay. Appreciate that. Send my love to 7. Thanks for the bits. And I think I missed another bit from Weenie Winker. Poe, can you just go? Can we go? Can you? Y'all. Oh God. How?
Love my cream wheat.
Foot cheese wedge 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 foot cheese wedge.
Love my cream wheat. Love my cream wheat.
Hype?
The thing is none of that is soothing him because he can't hear. That all just went into these headphones. That's all it did. Here we are. Tregelia, I also need you to know that people in the YouTube comments will be hating. They will be sending you hate mail for that. But I'm just going to say thank you for the bits. And hopefully if anybody was too annoyed by any of that, they probably just should have skipped over that whole part of Poe barking. I guess I could edit it all out, but that's not really what I try to do with the re-uploads.
Love my cream wheat.
Let's go.
Brew Boot, thanks for the 100 bits. Shay, thanks for the bits. Tregelia, thanks for the bits. Thank you, everybody. I think he's fine now. The problem is that, like, Noel is, like, actually on a phone call that he needs to not be distracted by. And so I tried to just be like, oh, Poe, go in here and see that, like, everything's okay.
Love my cream wheat.
And then he just started barking there, too. So I feel like it's probably better for him to bark while we're streaming for the YouTubies. Than it is for him to be interrupting Noel's phone call. But either way, let's try to get back into it. Jasmine, thanks for those bits. Appreciate it. I gotta see how these flatbreads turned out. Also, calling it flatbread as if this is anything even remotely close to the concept of bread is wild. It's wild.
To put some cheese on this before you baked it up, you could definitely do that. And I'm going to use a little onion powder.
Put cheese on the cheese? Is that what she was saying?
Wanted to put some cheese on this before you baked it up, you could definitely do
cheese
that.
On cheese.
And I'm going to use a little onion powder. We have chosen not to put cheese on ours because I think we're going to do some different things with each one.
Okay.
These we're going to put in a 350 degree oven, and I've seen them baked anywhere from 30 to 50 minutes. We're just going to keep a close eye on ours for them to start turning brown. These have been 35 minutes. I believe they're done. I saw a lot of people's do like this around the edge, and now you just have to let them sit here and cool for, you know, at least 10 minutes, because you're going to hopefully slide them right off of this parchment paper. Okay, I'm going to try the one that has a little bit more doneness first. You kind of get it started lifting off.
This feels wild to me. This just seems like, do you enjoy eating? Do you get to enjoy food? For like what purpose does this serve? I don't.
And I'm going to try to run my spatula under it. It ain't going to work.
Oh no. Oh, she tried a little bit.
Good. Okay, you have to be really careful.
Now whose hands are those? Those aren't Maddie's. Where did these hands come from? These hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own.
Some people's came right off, and some people are like me. Hello, Fuzzy.
What? Oh. Wait, what was that? What was that, James? What was that?
Right off, and some people are like me. Hello, Fuzzy.
Hello, Fuzzy? Who's Fuzzy? Why is she greeting Fuzzy? Hello, Fuzzy.
You broke the parchment paper. What's your problem?
I think I meant to say at the first of this is also the one I'll probably be the most likely to mess up. Try it again.
Oh, she's struggling.
Okay, this one feels better.
Okay, all right, let's go.
No. Number one was a failure. I don't know if we didn't get it thin enough or if we got it too thin and it just stuck to the paper, but it's not coming off the parchment.
Yeah, that seems like
what a mess.
That seems like a mess, girl.
After going back and looking at my videos again, I think that I actually have my cottage cheese spread too thin.
I'm obsessed with her showing her failure. I'm obsessed with us getting to see the creative process.
Saying, do it really, really thin. So I'm coming back over and making mine just a little bit thicker. I also sprayed my parchment this time.
I'm also going back and making mine a little thicker. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying?
Which could have been a big mistake.
Jasmine, thanks so much for 8 months of subscribing at Tier 1. Appreciate it.
Never saw anybody do that, but I thought I'd give it a try. Now I'm going to season this one back up, and this time I'm baking it at 400 degrees, and I'll check it at 20 minutes.
Let's go.
We're going to try this one more time.
That is the Poa ring. That is giving poo-poo doo-doo. Poo-poo doo-doo dookie.
This one looks horrible.
It looks, yeah, it looks.
Let's see what we got. I've let it cool.
Ooh, this one's coming off a little easier.
My cottage cheese a little bit thicker. Supposed to peel right off, and this one is a little more easy to peel off than the other one.
Okay.
So, I went through it a little bit. I might have needed to cook it just a little bit longer there.
No, it's already looking like dookie. What do you mean? Oh, it's kind of coming up. It's kind of coming up. There you go.
Much better this time around. But guys, I tell you, the ones I saw everybody else making, they wasn't perfect either.
Oh, she said, before you check me, boo, just know that everybody else I saw trying to make this, they weren't perfect. They weren't perfect. Is this really worth the effort? That's what I've got to wonder. I've got to wonder if this is even worth it. This seems like a mess.
I'm going to get the really crunchy edges off. I'm going to put some chicken on here.
Ooh.
I thought we were going to have more than one of these, and we were going to do one of them with like eggs and cheese and stuff. But we just ended up with this one deal here.
Okay.
Got ahead of myself. I wanted to put a little bit of this pepper jack shredded cheese on here. I was going to use this with my eggs too, but I'm not going to put it on my chicken. I am going to put a little bit of tomato in here, and I got some green onions. And
Okay.
drizzle it with just a...
That feels really... Oh, it's a flatbread, though. I was thinking she was going to wrap it up like a taco or a pita bread.
A little balsamic glaze. You'll see these a lot this summer. I get these at Aldi, and I love them. You
Okay.
could roll this up like a roll, or if you just did this on one side, you could fold it over. But I'm just going to eat about half of one because I've made a lot of different little cottage cheese things here tonight.
This is all in the span of one night? All this cottage cheese that is in one night? That's a lot of cottage cheese, girly pop.
I'm just going to roll mine up right like so.
It was
Like
a
so,
long
like
day
that.
of cottage cheese adventures, but Granny didn't raise no quitter, and I'm glad I kept on till I got one to turn out. They were a really tasty option for a wrap.
Let's fucking go, Granny. You definitely didn't raise a quitter. Mama Mel said, I'll keep going until my goon is curding. My curd is gooning, or whatever. Whatever the kids are saying. Her toilet is going to be fucking screaming. Isn't what the kids are saying the skibbity toilet?
Definitely not as easy as everybody on Instagram and TikTok made it look. That's why I always show you my mess ups here, because you can't believe everything you see on the internet, friends.
This is really good. I like all the seasoning in this. It makes it really, really flavorful. And you can season it however you like. But I'll tell you this, the trouble I had making these little things, you'll never see me do this again. I'll just buy me a low-carb wrap.
Absolutely, Mama Mel. That's what I was trying to say the whole time. That's what I was trying to say the whole fucking time. It seems like not a good use of your time at all.
Be done with it. But it was fun to try, and it is rather tasty. Maybe you'll have better luck doing it than I did. This one is probably the second most intriguing of the cottage cheese.
See, this is giving Rosie. This is giving old quirky love Rosie.
Things I've seen here recently. I'm starting with about a cup of cottage cheese, and you want to make sure you use an oven-safe dish here and just spread this out.
Okay.
Then I'm just going to season mine up with quite a bit of Italian seasoning. Since it's cottage cheese, I know it could need a little extra help, so I'm going to put in a decent amount of garlic powder too, and a little bit of onion powder as well. Do y'all want spinach in this? Okay, this is the layer where you're going to put your pizza toppings.
Okay.
We're having a little bit of spinach, and we're also going to have a little bit of pepperoni that I chopped up.
I love
you
pepperoni.
You can put onions, olives, anything that you like on a pizza. You just put it in right there.
Perfect.
Now we're going to put our pizza sauce, and I did brown up some ground beef because I like my pizza sauce with some meat in it.
Now, Miss Ma'am, that is not pizza sauce. That is spaghetti sauce at this point. Bolognese. Bolognese. Ball on your spaghetti till you nays. Whatever. Why does your pizza sauce have meat in it? What kind of pizzas are you eating?
Be good in here because this is really going to turn into more of a lasagna, and it really this
is not going to turn into a lasagna because where are the lasagna noodles? Although I will say a lot of people do make lasagna with cottage cheese instead of ricotta. I grew up eating a lot of lasagnas that had cottage cheese instead of ricotta in it.
Makes sense to me because I have been using cottage cheese in place of ricotta for years in my lasagna.
It's not a pizza either. It's like, you know what? You're correct. You are absolutely not wrong.
Something I did forget to say, if you have a problem with the texture of cottage cheese, you can blend it up before you put it in here, if that will help you.
Sure.
The whole purpose of using the cottage cheese is that we're not having the carbs from, say, a pizza crust or lasagna noodles, we're getting more protein and we're not getting all those sugars.
Sure.
And I also used a no sugar added pasta sauce in here too. And it tasted really good. I had a little taste of it there. It was pretty good.
Love, love, love my cream of wheat.
I wonder about Mr. Squirrel don't like cottage cheese. Very tasty, tasty, tasty. Do you remember you can't believe everything from the internet? She won't do again. It was fun to try. Make sure you use a green bowl and pepper salt, no noodles. Pretty rich kiddo.
Marsha, thank God for you. Thanks so much for the bits. Appreciate it.
I had this little roll of fresh mozzarella that I got.
Come on,
and I had
fresh
some little pieces that I chunked up off of it. Make good use of it. And we'll just put that on here.
Let's go.
And I have a little bit of shredded Parmesan, and I'm going to put that on the top.
Let's fucking
Give
go.
it one final sprinkle of Italian seasoning.
Now we're going to put this in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes.
See, but look at all that grease just pulled up on the top like that, giving bubble guts. Why is it so wet? Well, some questions are better left unanswered.
Look at that. You know what it'd really be good with?
What?
Is some crusty bread. That kind of defeats the purpose of it, though, doesn't it?
Isn't that kind of how that Dorito dip, the purpose was kind of defeated when you started eating it with Doritos?
That mozzarella is hard.
Ooh,
Not
me
hard,
too.
but it's gooey. It's hard to get it to break up, them big pieces.
Relatable.
A lot of everything in here.
Oh, I was like, what is that noise? I think it's from her video.
How hot is it?
Oh, look how cheesy. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
I'm looking.
Granny, pull my cheese off.
Let's go, Granny. That noise is unsettling.
I'm ready. Mmm, delicious.
Love, love my cream of wheat.
This doesn't seem good for someone's cholesterol.
That's why I'm not eating it, Jamie. That's why I'm not going to eat it at all.
That's good.
It's good.
That is very good. Tastes like you're eating lasagna, don't it?
Mm-hmm. No, that's good.
You want to try some, Maddie? Let's get Maddie a big spoonful.
Come on,
Stir it
Maddie.
all together. All right. Oh, that mozzarella. There you go.
Have at it, Maddie.
This would be really good to make up and take to like a party and serve it as a dip or something. It's good, isn't it?
How many eggs have you had this week? I had 3 today. I've been cooking a lot for Noel, and eggs are one of the things I'm good at. And I think I made him eggs for breakfast yesterday as well, which means I also had eggs for breakfast.
Be really good. Pita chips,
So
crusty
6
bread.
6 eggs this
Crusty
week.
bread.
But we're trying to make it
Get some crackers out.
not carby. Yeah. Be good with tortilla chips too.
Sure.
Any of that.
Sure.
That's good. Try that one. As you can see, I got super inspired and I started pulling everything out that I could think of to top some little mini cottage cheese bowls with.
Ooh, we're topping cottage cheese bowls. It is almost Pride Month. It is almost Pride Month. Just put it on a pizza crust if you're gonna eat it with chips. Amen, girl. Amen, Sister Sue.
We're going to start with a little bit of avocado, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of that Tyson grilled chicken. I think a little bit of this chunked up mozzarella cheese would be good. Just throw a couple little strawberries on there. And I'm going to...
Now, why are we adding strawberries?
Put a little bit of this strawberry balsamic vinegar glaze on here. I get this at Aldi. I've never had the strawberry one. This one will go a little Greek with some mini cucumbers, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of green onion. Put some of this mozzarella. If you had some feta cheese that you like, that would be really good in here. This one, I'm going to...
So basically, the thing that made whatever that was Greek was the cucumber?
I'm going to top with the everything bagel seasoning. This has a little bit of everything in it. Super delicious. I think this one's going to be my favorite. Got a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes that I charred up in that skillet. Give this one a little bit of the chicken. Have a little bit of these freeze-dried basil and other Italian seasonings.
I don't want to go back, but did I miss why she's making all these little ramekins of cottage cheese? What is this? What's the point of this part?
Let's give this one a little Parmesan, and we'll drizzle just some of the classic balsamic glaze right over the top of this one. We gotta have something a little fruity. Let's put some
Mama Mel, don't even bother. I'm right here. I'm bringing the fruit.
Strawberries and blueberries in this one. Throw in some slivered almonds, and let's just drizzle a little honey over that one.
She said, "You wanna check out of the carbs? Let's just drizzle a bunch of honey full of sugar right on top of it."
And if you want to, you can throw a little bit of chicken in this one too. Kind of makes me think of...
She's making ramekins of cottage cheese to make sure my weenie so it wink it like a breath of fresh pooty toot.
Weenie Winker, thanks for the 100 bits. Also, can somebody tell me why she just added savory chicken to this very sweet dish she just made? I do not understand where her mind is going right now.
Give the Panera...
Oh, wait. No, wait. She didn't add it. She's saying you could add chicken.
Strawberry poppy seed salad that I love so much. I had to call in reinforcements.
Is that Granny Mel?
Help me eat all my cottage cheese. Granny has the one that has tomatoes, cucumbers, green onions, everything bagel seasoning. It's got maybe some mozzarella. And I'm starting with the chicken avocado strawberry with the strawberry balsamic glaze. It's got avocado too. We'll try mine.
What do you think?
There's so much stuff in them you can't even taste the cottage cheese.
Mm.
You like that? Can I try a bite of it?
Oh, I can eat that.
You're not a big cottage cheese fan, are you?
That was an overwhelming vote of confidence in that cottage cheese mixture. I can eat it. I guess I could eat it. Okay.
No,
I wouldn't either.
but that's better than just trying to eat it by itself.
Love
Throwing a
my
big
cream of
peach on
wheat.
there like old people do.
Stinky cheese, stinky cheese,
Marsha?
stinky cheese, stinky cheese, stinky cheese, stinky cheese, stinky cheese, stinky cheese.
Thanks for the bits, Marsha. I don't think these people also realize if you don't like cottage cheese, you certainly don't have to eat it. It's not like there's a requirement that you get a certain amount of cottage cheese in for the day. You don't have to doctor it up. There are other ways to get protein. It's very, very confusing to me.
No, can't handle that.
Try mine.
Is that chicken,
Mm-hmm.
did you say?
Yeah, everybody's mama used to just eat it with like a piece of peach or something on it.
Mm-hmm. Or pineapple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that I'm super excited about. It's got chicken and sun-dried tomatoes, Parmesan
Can
cheese.
we use this?
Yeah, it's just us. We're going to
It's just us. We can double dip with our spoons.
yeah, I like this one a lot.
You can't get a hold of nothing.
That's me right there. That's all my flavors.
That's me right there in cottage cheese. If I were a cottage cheese, this would be me.
I like this one a lot. Another little bite of that.
Get a little bite. Get
Now
on
you
in
may
there.
call the health department on me if you want to. Me and Granny are eating out of our same spoons. Strawberry, blueberry.
Oh yeah, this is the
then,
sweet
toasted
one.
almonds.
Honey.
And I went ahead and put some chicken in it because I had a little bit left.
She did put chicken in it. Why? Why did you add chicken to that one? Why would you do that? Why? Why? Just so unnecessary.
And honey.
That just, I don't understand. It's just simply not
I
adding
love it.
up.
I like the honey with the chicken and the fruit
Wow.
and the nuts and cottage cheese. I like it all. This is really good. Okay, Granny's going to give you her favorites. Ignore my big pan of ground beef. We're going to use it in a minute.
There's still more with a big pan of ground beef?
Okay, this right here would be my favorite.
Everything
Okay.
bagel seasoning.
Especially with some crackers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would be delicious.
All
This
right.
right here was my number 2 with
I
the
like that. strawberries,
and this one had the honey.
I put a lot of honey,
Yeah.
too.
And then I guess this one here.
I guess she didn't like these last two. I guess I would put this one number 3.
would be number 3 for me, and that one would be number 4.
The Tuscan cottage cheese bowl.
Yeah.
She said the one that you said was you in a cottage cheese bowl could never be me. I did not like it. It's actually the worst thing you've ever made.
It's last.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
now I could really eat this with crackers.
Good.
You really like that with crackers.
I really like
And
that.
that's saying something for a woman who don't really like cottage cheese.
That's right.
That's right.
That
And
sure is
these are
right.
just a few of endless combinations that you could make.
Sure.
And any one of these little cottage cheese bowls, you could take these ingredients and put it inside of those cottage cheese wraps or any low carb tortilla or low
Also, if you just don't like cottage cheese, you could probably just eat the things that you're putting in it without the cottage cheese. That's wild.
carb bread, whatever. I just think these are just perfect little snacks. Of course, I just made tiny amounts here because I wanted to show you just every combination that I could think of.
Sure.
I just thought it would be nice if I threw in my taste test of all 3 of the different cottage cheeses that
Why?
I've used. I thought it would be a good
Why?
idea to taste each one of
Why?
them side by side,
No, I'm
just
good.
on their own.
Here are the nutrition labels off each
Okay.
3 of these cottage cheeses so you can look at them for yourself. They don't vary just drastically from one another as far
Okay.
as calories, total fat, and protein goes. But one thing I did
Yeah, let's rate them by curd size. I don't need the curd haul unless you want to tell me about the curd size.
notice was the Good Culture had quite a bit less sodium than either of the other 2. And that
Okay.
just kind of stuck out to me. Now, I'm not a nutritionist or anything like
Sure.
that. Lord knows, you can tell by looking at me I ain't.
Lord-
but I just
Lord
wanted y'all
knows.
to have all the facts on these. Also wanted to put the ingredients.
I don't know if she realizes that people could just look at that when they buy it at the store. Like you could, I mean, I guess if you're not at the store and you want to be on the lookout, I guess that might be helpful. Let me calm down. Let me calm down.
List for each one of these up on the screen. This was our main ingredient today, so we need to know what we're eating. The first one is Good Culture, and just wanted to point out that you pretty much can read everything on their label.
You sure can.
They've made a really big name for themselves in being a very natural product, and also in the clean way that
Also, I don't know that I care. Is it okay if I skip over her talking about the specific cottage cheeses? I don't care. I just want to see the weird thing she's making with the cottage cheese. Like, if I want to know more about... Oh, and I don't need to see her do a taste test of each one. That's also not important to me. Where does the ground beef come in, or is that for a different video? The ground beef must be for a different video.
Food for thought, friends, when you're looking for your cottage cheese.
if you like these kind of videos where I take one single grocery store item and give you a bunch of different ways you can use it, let me know in the
I do think that's a
comments
good
what
idea
is
for a
something that
video.
you always have in your fridge or your pantry that you'd like some more ideas for, and I'll see what I can round up for you next.
Ooh, that probably was what was in the pizza dip. You're right, Shay. You're so correct about that.
As always, I thank you so much for watching, and take a look at this video next if you need some more quick and easy dinner ideas.
Well, Mom Mel, that was certainly innovative. That was certainly something. I still think she's such a sweet lady, and like seeing her interact with Granny Mel was very cute too. It's very cute too. I'm just gonna keep eating my cottage cheese with granola because that's what I like and enjoy. That's fine for me. Where are the squirrels? They're on the screen, Marcia! They're on the screen. They're on the screen, bestie. YouTubies. That's all I got though for today, because I do need to go finish editing a video for the main YouTube channel, which y'all will have seen by the time this gets posted. And I gotta go finish editing that. So, bye YouTubies! Subscribe!